Hi, I wanted to give you a little bit of feedback. As a first-time site visitor, I may have looked at these already. However, I'm going to go through them as if I am seeing them for the first time. That way you will get an idea of how someone is interacting with your site, how clear it is. You'll know whether or not it's functioning in the ways that it should, if something's missing, if something should be added, those kinds of things. So I'm really pleased with the progress that you've made and everything that you've done. This is a lot of work that goes into this. That said, I am going to be looking at details because that's what I'm here for. And I want to help you be the very best that you can be. So please don't be offended by any of these. Everybody will have things that they need to work on. That's why we do this reiteration in week 4. Okay, so my job is to try and help you pick out those things that are working and those things that need to be worked on. Okay, all right, so let's jump in and take a look at where you are. When I land on this page, you've got your logo. That's great. It's a perfect image here. The font could be closer to the logo color, the client color, and we need some spacing. That's called leading, so we need some leading between these lines of text. There's quite a bit of kerning, that is the space between the characters. It doesn't really bother me, but it might come in just a little bit. Let's see. And you've done a good job with this and with this, but we need to take some of this space out, Graham. And if we aren't able to raise this space, it could be that there's an element back here that you can't see, that's hidden. So you would want to find that, delete it, or move it out of the way, and then you'd be able to get rid of that space if that's what's happening. Otherwise, just bring it up. And so this isn't going anywhere, so we need to remove this button. Okay, glassware. It's a great image, but we have to be careful with it because as a food truck, they aren't going to be serving in glass. Very easy to read. We want to be consistent with our titles, okay? And so we get a little different here. You know, maybe you want to make those closer to this, but we need a little bit of room here, and maybe these come over. At least let's left align those, I think would work. This is nice. Okay. And this might say all our recipes, perhaps. And if you change the headers on the others, you'll change them here. These are working well. Maybe you're just better off changing the sides. It would be quicker. If you want less scrolling, you can combine Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. They're the same places. So we want to make sure that we're using the same fonts. Good. And a little padding here, right? Some space underneath this. And a header is going to have some hierarchy. That means it's going to be the biggest. Watch the wrapping, okay, on all of these and break them up so that we don't have long paragraphs. But the wrapping needs to be corrected here, okay? Otherwise, it's looking great. Okay, this is probably a little large, and make sure it's consistent with the rest of your body copy. So you'll want to bring that down, and it doesn't look like it's been edited. Okay, so that needs to be edited down. Choose about 2 paragraphs worth of the most important content, thinking of keywords and things like that. And again, that's going to come up. This can connect to their sites and take these off. Nice. Okay. Okay, you have these here. Buttons are sufficient, and let's take those off that are not related. Okay. But if you want to keep this, that's fine, and just have the icons here, taking those out. I can't say enough about how proud I am of you for having come this far, for putting the work in, taking your time. It was a big leap in some situations. And, you know, you've learned some things, you brought some skills in with you, but overall, I can't tell you enough how pleased and proud I am of you, all right? So go ahead and make any changes you need, and we will be able to see how that is looking again in week 4. Good luck.